my early childhood education degree, I took student teaching last semester. This is Ashley Hanson. She took the class with me. Last semester, we decided to use Digication for the first time. Usually we would make big binder portfolios that were very bulky. And with the help of Amanda, who did an amazing job helping us navigate Digication, we created these portfolios. So I'm just going to show you pieces of the portfolio that I think really show how Digication goes above and beyond the average. So the first piece I want to show you is my Tools of the Mind page. In my writing, I was able to reference pictures that I added at the bottom so I could really give the reader a sense of how Tools of the Mind progresses students' writing. My other page, Whole Brain Methods, Whole Brain Teaching, is utilizing direct instruction and immediate feedback and really makes the children active learners. And I actually was able to embed YouTube videos into the page so that the reader had a chance to actually see how whole brain teaching is in a classroom. My other piece is social studies. So at the New London Day Nursery, where I student taught, there were a lot of social studies opportunities for kids. We had classroom jobs, we had a pet fish named Water. We often had readers come to the program, we had fire trucks and ambulances come to the program. And what I wanted to show you about this page was I was able to make a gallery of photos. So whenever I reference something within my writing, the reader can go and actually look up at the different photos. There's the fish. And so they can really see what I'm talking about. This is actually an assignment that was unique to me. I want to be a child psychologist, so Sheila tasked me with looking at emotional and behavioral patterns that I saw within the kids that I was working with. So for instance, I split up by topic observation. I did breaks. So after breaks in school, such as the holidays or the weekend, or like when students just like skip a day because the parent wanted to take them out, I noticed that the kids would, when they came back to school, the kids would hold on to the parent longer, be more resistant to their parent leaving them at the program, and then they would be slower to warm up and engage in activities. And also, I added a reference page. Some of my classmates opted to put the references at the bottom of each page. I did this. I thought it would be cleaner and look more professional. And also, if I ever wanted to go back and reuse these references, I can just print it out, which is very useful. And what I really wanted to point out was that this portfolio tops any paper I've ever written, any PowerPoint I've ever made, and it's well organized, it looks professional. I would bring it to a job interview, and I think it's a great tool for students to have. So Ashley agrees, and she's going to show you some of her works on Digication.
Hi guys, so I'm Ashley. I also was in student teaching with Hannah this last semester, so I just finished my degree as well. I've been teaching for 10 years. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of what we did. I really like this. This is, like Hannah said, way better than these huge 5-inch portfolios that we used to have. I mean, I have maybe 5 of them that it's just like repeat resources in them, so I'm wasting paper with them, and they're really big to lug around. So honestly, half the time they just kind of sit in my basement. But again, they are really useful. But this I really liked because, if I'm at school and I'm creating a lesson, I can look back at this, I can reference what I put in here for resources and lesson plans and stuff. I mean, everybody has technology, like, even in their back pocket these days, so it's just so much easier. So this is my philosophy of teaching, and as Hannah pointed out, she put her citations at the end, so what I did was a little bit different. So I took this image from the internet because I felt like it embodied everything that I was saying about my philosophy, and so I cited where I got the picture from. Right underneath it was just a simple copy-paste. I'm just going to read you a little piece. It says, "Every living thing grows and changes over time. Trees go taller, flowers bloom, humans change. As with the changing of time, so too has my philosophy of teaching changed. I find that it is an ever-evolving and changing philosophy, and I hope for it to remain this way. I feel that a successful teacher changes and grows with time while exploring and adapting to new methods of teaching." And I feel a lot of teachers feel this way too. So I'm just going to show you some different pieces that we do. For example, these are our learning experiences. And basically what this is it's like a week or two outline, as you can see down here, of everything that we plan on doing in all of our different content areas in the classroom. And then I reference, when I put an activity on here, you can see in red, these are all the developmental things that I'll be looking for as I'm doing this activity, so that when I go back and I put in observations and do like my little report card for my early childhood children, all of these different developmental domains are covered, so you get a full picture of the child. And then up here you can see, this is actually after, so I put some pictures up here of stuff that we did, like we painted with pine needles. At one point we went out and we collected sticks, we went on a nature walk, and then we used the material we collected in the classroom because we like it to be natural. We like them to experience their environment. So we took the bark we collected and we made rubbings and we created this whole huge tree, and the kids just like took off with this thing. It was amazing. So this is the big overview and kind of a guideline of it, and then we take it and we make lesson plans, which is more of one piece of my day. I'm not sure where that went. Okay. So this is, let me go back. So these are lesson plans that we did. This one is called Feed the Squirrel. And I put my lesson plan in as a PDF at the bottom because sometimes the formatting was kind of weird when we copy-pasted it from Word, so this was just an easier way to get it in there so that you could scan through it and see everything that we do. I mean, this is pretty intense, this lesson plan, so I'm not really going to talk about it too much. But basically we were teaching them one-to-one correspondence, and this is a picture of them actually doing it. And once we completed the lesson plan, we did a reflection on it. And in these reflections, we discussed, what worked, what didn't work, how would I change this. Again, you can see I have a gallery here, so you can preview the picture up top before I click on it. You can also see there's differentiated lesson planning in here, like this child couldn't quite grasp the one-to-one correspondence, so what we did was put the acorns on each dot, so she knew that she needed to put 4 acorns into the squirrel, so that she was starting to gain that concept. So later down the line, she would know, all right, 4, and let me count out 4, and then put them in. Also, we do a lot of dual language learners. We have children that don't speak English as their first language, so they're learning. For example, in the classroom I was working in, I had this Tibetan child. Family spoke a little bit of English, but it was mainly our job to teach them. So these are some of the different tools that we use in the classroom. This is a key ring that we would give to him, and when we wanted him to say, up here you can see sit at circle time, we would say, Nampa, go sit at circle time, and then show him the picture. Or if we wanted him to brush his teeth, we would give him the toothbrush here, and then we would show him the picture, go brush your teeth. So it's reinforcing the English language that we're trying to teach to them. And again, it's galleries, so you can see all the different pictures up here. And I actually inserted a video right from my camera in here, and Sheila absolutely loves this. So these are two of my children. They speak Taiwanese. They do know some English, but I was trying to connect with them a little bit in their language as well. And really the only words I know is like ni hao. And I don't even know if that's in their language, but I said it to them, and this is what happened. They just took off with this. And they're just going back, ni hao, ni hao, ni hao. But this, again, the video reinforces everything that I'm saying down here so that, whoever the reader is can get a good picture of what I'm talking about. So they can see the visuals, they can see the video. And this is so much easier because in my other classes, they would tell us, oh, if you want to hand in like an audio recording or a video, you can, but there was really no good way to do that without saying like, here's a tape, and here's like a cassette tape and a cassette player, go right at it, you know what I mean? So this is just 10 times easier. Easy access. And one other thing I want to show you real quick is the music that we use these days. We still do the Itsy Bitsy Spider and, all the old school songs, but just for fun. Now we have songs where we teach concepts to children. So think like Schoolhouse Rock, but preschool style. So this is an example. I pulled this right up from YouTube. Pete the cat. So this goes along with the book, and basically the concept that we're introducing them to is subtraction. Even though they might not fully grasp this concept, we're at least introducing it to them. And you would actually be surprised in preschool what these kids can actually do. So that's the portfolio. It was very nice to use. It really was.